It's time now for the Peter Channel morning news on this Wednesday morning, March 2nd, 2016. Good morning to you all on this lovely Wednesday morning, March 2nd, 2016. Here are your news and odds on top story at 8:31 on this Wednesday morning is Ted Cruz had a Super Tuesday. The Texas senator has suffered from a string of rough news cycles, from news that eventually to Donald Trump in South Carolina and fired his communications director Fisher beyond Marco Rubio. A U.S. Special Operations Assault Force captured an ISIS operative during a recent raid in northern Iraq. A U.S. official confirmed to Fox News on Tuesday that space capsule descended gently from the starter's trail like a fallen feather as it slipped through the clouds. A strange land loomed below. Authorities say dozens of homes have been evacuated after 16 cars in the Norfolk Southern freight train carrying hazardous liquids derailed in far southwestern New York. Geneva, South Korea's foreign minister called on the UN Security Council to expand sanctions on North Korea to Western to punish its neighbor for what he called an escalated and increasingly threatened the nuclear program. Moscow, a woman suspected to be a child in her care before British and discovered that after the Moscow metro station said on Wednesday, Allah had ordered her to commit a crime. Germany has opened the door to fix Greece is late since budget crisis and Chancellor Angela Merkel tries to help the country cope with the burdens of Europe's refugee influx. Paris, more than a dozen humanitarian governmental organizations Wednesday accused local authorities of brutality against migrants as a demolition of shantytown notice and Czechoslovakia continued to the second day. Syrian pro-government forces gathered at the state and Italy triple bombed on Sunday, January 31st in the Damascus suburb of Sayed Zana as Jordan Force criminal plot linked to ISIS a deadly raid. Beirut has Saudi dominated political bloc on Wednesday, formally designated as Lebanon's Hezbollah, Milta, and a terrorist organization, a move that signals dangerously escalated tension between regional rivals Saudi Arabia and Iran. In Jalalabad, Afghanistan, a massive bomb blast and a gun battle in which 5 attackers were killed shook India's consulate in Jalalabad, Afghanistan. Paris, the bidding and voting process for the 2016 Rio and 2020 Tokyo Olympics is being investigated by French financial prosecutors. The GOP is being redefined in our very eyes in this presidential election, as Joe Scarborough of MSNBC said that Donald Trump's hostile takeover of the Republican Party. As where money means little, endorsement means less, and celebrity Trump's experience every time. San Francisco, the nation's top law officer, called for the dialogue in the tech industry, but also turned up the heat on Apple for refusing to help the FBI unlock an encrypted iPhone used by the extremist mass killed in San Bernardino, California. A large-scale drug ring believed to be prepared heroin, cocaine, and more between Detroit and several northern Michigan cities as the target series of raids Wednesday morning conducted by the Michigan State Police, federal agencies, and local law enforcement officials said. Amy Axtermill has defended a group of Texas clinics will hold women's health all the way to the Supreme Court despite tremendous personal costs. Washington, Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton won Super Tuesday, but as far as their main opponents are concerned, Ted Cruz and Bernie Sanders, the race isn't over. Outdoor area voters that sided with 2 political rebels in the Massachusetts presidential primary Tuesday voted for Republican Donald Trump and Bernie Sanders. Trump also won the state on the GOP side of the landslide, but former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton just edged out Sanders the rest of the base state in the Democratic contest. The Farm Trump dominated the state and interior communities and brought a coalition of conservatives and independents to the first-time voters and disaffected Democrats. Massachusetts Secretary of State William Galvin said 20,000 voters that left the Democratic Party leading up to the primary to vote in the Republican contest, presumably for Trump. Galvin said that the circles like the GOP race was attracted more voters. The Attleboro redevelopment in 40D, which for the most of the history over the past 16 years built up a reputation, acquired debt as reverse cost, and they are building up a record of paying it off. In Northampton, Massachusetts, a cavalryman has pleaded guilty to swindling nearly $16,000 from the Roman Catholic Center at the University of Massachusetts Amherst, but has avoided jail time as under determined a plea deal. Andrew Wakewood of Yucca Valley was sentenced Tuesday in Hampshire's Superior Court to 2.5 years in jail. When the entire sentence suspended for 4 years of probation, he was ordered to repay the money. Prosecutors say the Newby Catholic Center at UMass used checks to pay for the purchase of the 32-year-old Wakewood's company as Wakewood is Main duplicates are the checks and use the money to pay off his own debts. A look at the business news and the stock market report. Tribune published information on a new chairman, Michael Farrell, picked up a pace on Wednesday when he announced the sweeping leadership changes across the Chicago-based media company. Atlanta, Washington, Aubrey McClendon, the former chief executive officer of Chesapeake Energy Corporation, the legend in the U.S. energy industry, was charged on Tuesday with conspiring to bring bids to buy oil and natural gas leases in Oklahoma. Forbes has released its world's billionaires list in 2016, which contains 1,800 individuals with a total net worth of $6.48 trillion. Tokyo global shares jumped on Wednesday after encouraging signs of strength in the U.S. economy sent shares higher on Wall Street on weaker yen boosted Japan's benchmark. London, the outlook for Africa-focused fuel oil is negative, but the company may recover on the back of New Guinean operator Moody's Investment Service said. Calgary, Alberta, a Canadian subsidiary of China National Offshore Oil Corporation, said it was reducing into Canada's industry works part the weakened oil economy. Stavanger, Norway, following the successful 2015 auction, Norwegian energy company Statoil said it was building a better position in emerging reserve potential offshore Ireland. Houston, the integration with the fellow services company Cameron International will help to our momentum support as the market recovers, Schlumberger said. Take a look at the stocks there. The Dow up 16,865.08, SP 500 1970.35, and that's at 4,069.60. Scientists have unearthed an early Cambrian fossil that displays the creature's nervous system. What makes the find significant? The best way to discover extraterrestrial life might be to consider that they could already be looking for us. SpaceX has been on our candidate for 50 attempts to the launch of the SES-9 satellite. The first two launches both get scrubbed because of the fickleness of super chilled liquid oxygen, which SpaceX has been in with, giving its rockets an edge. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration on Tuesday issued a new recommendation aimed at reducing the risk of Zika virus transmission by donated human tissues and cells used in surgical reproductive procedures such as umbilical cord blood. Havana, Cuba, announced Wednesday that it detected the first case of Zika virus in the island, which had been one of the last nations in the Western Hemisphere free of the disease. Just like those first celebrities, stands into those severely stalked up and otherwise pleasantly pigmented head of hair, the gene responsible for gray hair and maybe inside scraps. Reviewed 8 clinical trials tested Filberson in the first and only drug in the market to treat hyperactive sexual desire disorder in women, concluded the drug performed in the low end of the clinical efficacy range used to gain the FDA. Peter Childers, 838, tied out for spot support. Last night, the Boston Bruins edge at the Calgary Flames, 2-1 at the Garden. Tonight, the Boston Celtics will be at the Garden tonight at 7:30 p.m. taking on the Portland Trail Blazers. Miami, Bubba Watson said the Blue Monsters not played from at fast like last year. That beats more guys in the 6-6 player field one of a shot at winning the World Golf Championships, Cadillac Championship, and Trump National Doral. Los Angeles Nets were disappointed not to get to face retired Kobe Bryant one last time. Turns out the Los Lakers and D'Angelo Russell were more than likely to be handled. Tony Robbins has broken his collarbone 3 times during his career, but some point off season he's got a surgery after the latest one. Peter Chaladusa, 839 on this Wednesday morning. Time out for a travel report. Let's start up down and around here. And in the Providence vicinity, where 95 on the south side is slow from second all the way at the downtown Providence. 95 on the north side is slow from 130 to Wark all the way at the downtown Providence. 195 on the west side slow from Seacock all the way at the downtown Providence. 295 on the south side slow from Route 6 in Johnson all the way at the Route 37 in Creston. 295 on the north side slow from Route 37 in Creston all the way at the Route 14 in Johnston. 95 on the north side also slow from Route 4 in East Greenwich all the way to 295. Route 4 on the north side also before Route 95 in East Greenwich. 295 on the south side so from Route 44 in Smithfield. Route 146 on the north side is so from Route 99 to Lincoln all the way to 146A in North Smithfield. 99 on the north side so from 126 to Route 122 in Lincoln Redown and Woodstock Redown. 146 on the north side. We'll also have Route 116 in Lincoln Redown. 146 on the south side so from Route 50 to Route 95 in the downtown Providence. Jamestown, Newport, and Mount Hope Bridges are looking good here. Out in the Cape Downs, Route 6 looking good from Sagamore down to Orleans. Route 20 is looking good from Border Fallon. Border and Sagamore Bridges are looking good. 95 at the not bad side. We got an accident here before Route 295 at Albert. And then the breaks again from 152 in North Albert all the way out to Route 140 and Stop Main Street in Foxborough. And then it breaks again from Route 1 in Shared all the way out to Route 128 in Canton. Route 24 at the north bad side. So from 140 in Taunton all the way out to Route 495 in Bridgewater. And then it breaks again from 104 in Bridgewater all the way out to Route 24 to Route 123 in Brooklyn and breaks again from 129. Starting all the way out to Route 128 in Canton. Route 3 at the north bad side. So from Derby Street and the Hingham all the way out to the Braintree Split. 120 on the both ends. So from 24 to Red Off all the way to the Braintree Split. San Francisco Express on the north bad side. So from Braintree Split all the way out to the Mass Park. San Francisco Expressway south bad side. So from Dorchester all the way out to Quincy. 495 at the north bad side. So from Milford all the way out to Route 9 in Westburg. Mass Park in the east bad side. So from Route 30 and Natick all the way out to the Massachusetts Turnpike at 93 intersection of Boston. Mass Park on the west bad side. So from Logan Airport all the way out to Newton. 120 on the north bad side. So from Route 95 in Canton all the way out to Route 20 in Tripel Road in Waltham. 128 on the north bad side. So from Route 95 in Peabody all the way out to Beverly. Route 128 is south bad side. So from Route 1 in Peabody all the way out to Waltham. Route 2 to the west bad side. So from 4225 Lexington to Route 95. 93 in both ends that's stored in downtown Boston. 93 to the south bad side. So from Sodom all the way out to the Zanker Bridge. 93 to the north bad side. So from Sodom all the way out to Route 128 in Reading here. 93 on the south bad side. So from 213 Lawrence all the way out to Wilmington. Route 3 to the south bad side. It is low from 495 and jumps all the way at the Billiken and breaks again before Route 120 in Littleton. Route 2 to the east bad side. The Little Swamp. Route 111 at Littleton. Route 185 south bad side. So Route 28 to Route 2 in Littleton. And then it breaks again from Littleton all the way at the Marbury. 495 on the south bad side. The Little Swamp. Route 97 in Naval. 495 on the south bad side. So from Lawrence all the way out to Route 3 in Lowell. 495 on the north bad side. Also from Lowell and around Route 30 in Tewksbury. At Worcester, 290 on the east bad side. So from Auburn all the way up to Route 9 in Worcester. Route 146 on the north bad side. Also before Route 29 in Worcester. Out in Western Massachusetts, 991 on the south bad side. Also in the north end stretch and then hit breaks again on the 91 southbound from 291 in Springfield all the way. And 991 on the north bad side. So from M1 to 291 in Springfield. Down in Hartford. 91 on the south bad side. So from 291 in Hartford all the way at the downtown Hartford. 91 on the north bad side. So from Rocky Hill, Connecticut all the way at the downtown Hartford. Doing a couple of accidents on 91 on the north bad side around Route 2 and then another accident on Route 5 on the south bad side around 91 in Hartford. I-84 on the east bad side. So from Farmington all the way at the downtown Hartford doing an accident on I-84 before Route 91. So expect some delays here. I-84 is looking good for me. Hartford all the way at the Sturbridge. I-84 on the east bad side. So from Waterbury to Southampton. 95 on the north bad side. A little slow around Route 91 in New Haven. 395 on the north bad side. It's an accident here around Route 85, so expect some delays here. Route 15 on the southbound side of the Wilbur Cross Parkway, so from Bridgewater all the way to Norwalk. 95 on the southbound side, so from Fairfield all the way out to Stamford. All the highways and byways of New York City are slow go. Out in Albany, the New York State Thruway, and it's a little slow between the Westbury stretch. 77 on the northbound side, accident here on the 77 on the southbound side. Around Route 32 in Menards, it's slow go of 77 from Route 7 to Route 32 in Menards. I-81 on the northbound side. It is slow from Route 11 in Mexico all the way up to Parrish, New York State. And 190 on the southbound side is slow from 290 in Buffalo all the way up to downtown Buffalo. New York 3 is slow from 190 to 290 in Buffalo. At Northern New England here, Vermont highways, it is looking good. 495 is also slow from Haverhill all the way out to Route 93 in Lawrence. 93 in both ends also from Franconia to Lincoln, New Hampshire. And on the main turnpike, it's looking from York to Augusta via Potton. 295 looking from Portland to Augusta. 95 looking from Augusta to Bangor. But then 95 backed up from Warner to Holton. Okay. Look at MBTA alerts at 8:45. Subway system, it's looking good. Worcester line, train 508, 7 a.m. inbound on the move to Wellesley Square. The move it. Operated 10-15 minutes behind schedule due to a mechanical problem. Middlebury train 008, 7 a.m. inbound is now operating 30-35 minutes behind schedule between JFK and South Station. Middlebury train 006, 658 in inbound at departed Holbrook is operated 45-55 minutes late due to a mechanical problem. And on the ferries, they are looking good. Peter Chell News Time is now 8:46. Time now for our weather report and looking outside. Listen to the rain here. Listen to the rain. Yes, it is a wet start to your morning. And the latest radar scene shows heavy bands of rain from Newburyport, switching all the way down for Lowell, down west of 120, down for Natick, down for Medfield, down for Franklin, down for Norton. And heavy rain from Woonsocket, west of Providence, down for Warwick, down for Newport, switching to west of Martha's Vineyard. And the rain is extended all the way up to southeast New Hampshire and up to the southern Maine with some snow and sleet from north central New Hampshire and some sleet from Rumford, Switzerland, Skowhegan. And it's raining all the way at the eastern portion of Maine, sleeting from north central Maine, from Rumford all the way at Holton, snow from northwestern portions of Maine, stretching up in Fort Kent, Maine, snowing up in Berlin, Vermont, stretching in eastern Quebec. While we're seeing another band of snow showers around the Berkshires of Massachusetts and rain, sleet, and snow showers from east central New York State, and seeing some snow showers west of Albany, stretching in Utica, down for south of Syracuse, snowing from Oswego, stretching over the Adirondacks, and seeing some snow showers from Westchester, stretching down south of Buffalo, and down for east of Jamestown and around west of Jamestown, snowing from Altoona, down north and south of Pittsburgh, stretching over to Cleveland. So that is why we are under a special weather statement right now, because strong westerly gusts begin this morning to continue for that afternoon wake of a strong cold front sweeping in the region this morning. Southerly winds will be back out of the west, sustaining 15-25 miles per gust up to 45 miles at time. The greatest impact is roughly around 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Such winds have the potential of causing a few downed tree limbs and a power lines resulting in isolated power. Just as hazardous storming conditions are also possible, especially high-profile vehicles. The rate 7-day forecast goes like this. Today, showers may before 11 a.m. Punch bug before 9 a.m. Temperature fall around 34 by 5 p.m. Southwest at about 11 to 6 miles coming to northwest in the afternoon. Wind currents as high as 32 miles at anticipation is 8%. New Prism about 3 to 10 inches possible. Tonight, most coasts go about 20 degrees. Northwest at about 8 to 13 miles outside is 24 miles an hour. Thursday, South Carolina about 34 degrees at northwest about 7 to 9 miles an hour. Thursday, chance of stormy after 4 a.m. Most coasts go about 19 degrees at calm coming north around 5 miles after midnight. Anticipation is 30%. Little dose circulation expected for Friday. Chance of snow. Class guys have about 34, about 23 degrees. And chance of is 35%. Saturday, most guys about 30, about 25 degrees. Sunday, parts of the podcast about 41, about 26 degrees. Monday, most of the podcast about 48, about 34 degrees. And for Tuesday, most guys got icy. 57 is high on Tuesday. Right now, Dalton, 53 degrees, light rain humidity, 80%. That is going to be it for Peter Channel. Morning news on this Wednesday morning. March 2nd, 2016. Have a good morning and goodbye today. See you at 11 a.m. for 11 a.m. report.